prepare myself for a show like Lizzie vocally, I would say it is a beast of a show, vocally for sure. But I've sort of been gearing my life towards doing more rock and roll and more music only, so my life shift has sort of been in line with doing Lizzie. So, I mean, of course I have to warm up every day and be good to myself and be reasonable about sleep and things like that, but it also just comes very naturally and it feels good to do. So, which song is my favorite to sing? That's a tough question because I feel like it changes for me too. This Is Not Love is, I mean, such a beautiful song, and I love doing that because the arc of that song is so big, but it's also just such a simple song, and I get to just stand there and do it. And but I really love everything. I love 13 Days in Taunton. I love the actual murders. But it's all really fun. My favorites change daily as well. Well, the insight that I have, or what I've based Lizzie on, I mean, she has spouts of psychotic behavior, and she does things that I don't think would be considered normal, clearly. But it's interesting because she does have such a shift happen in her brain that makes her capable of doing these kinds of things. But it's also, for her, there's a lot of honesty in it. And it's interesting having sort of a table discussions about what Lizzie is about. And she's so multifaceted, and she's vulnerable, and she's ferocious, and she has moments of singing with pigeons, and you know, it is a really interesting role to play because there's so many elements to her that I feel like we would never experience. Yes, I always feel like it's very badass and I rock. I mean, it's such a rock show. It's so fun, and I mean, when do I get to carry an axe around and swing it at people and get crazy? I mean, I've never done anything like that before, so that's why I'm so attracted to this piece, because she's so ferocious, and the other three girls are just amazing, and there's such a sense of collaboration and play with each other that I think that this piece really lets us dive into that in a way that I haven't seen. But I just love it. I mean, it's wild. It's a wild show, and it's a fun show, and we just have the best time doing it. There's four girls rocking out and being crazy.